together. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and speak to you guys about something that's very important to me and that I'm glad is becoming very important to a lot of other people in national conversations. The question of how we got here is a complex one, but I'll focus on two different ways that we got to. Is that a little better? Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. So Alec is absolutely right that the enormity of the system is so impressively huge. And part of the reason that we got there is an economic reason for incarcerating some people and not incarcerating others, and for incarcerating them at rates that we know do not improve public safety, that we know actually drive up crime. And so if you think about sort of, as we're here at CBC and everyone's talking to members of Congress and about how things work on the Hill, if you think about the role of money in politics, you can see that that influences what's criminalized and what's not criminalized. You might have heard during the discussion around Eric Garner's death, for example, that this seemed to be a pretty small thing for the police to be encountering someone over at all, right? You're selling loose cigarettes. And if you trace the money back, right, how did that law come about that you can't sell loose cigarettes? You'll see that the people who are in power in that particular state receive a lot of money from people who sell cigarettes. And so criminalization of that problem was directly related to someone else's economic benefit. So there's a direct relationship between what we're going to criminalize, what we're going to prioritize in terms of enforcement, and who's controlling the purse strings. So I think it's really important that this conversation is happening at this event this year. I'm really appreciative of Nabalsa for putting it together. The other issue that I wanted to raise, since it is a Nabalsa event, is the role of lawyers in the size and nature of the system that we have right now. What's always been remarkable to me is that during the same period of time that we saw so many more people incarcerated, we also saw a huge uptick in the number of black lawyers, right? Like when there were only 200,000 people incarcerated, we had very few black lawyers, and now we've got many, many, many more black lawyers, and we have a much, much, much larger problem. And I think that's an indication that those of us who decided to take up this profession and profess that we're going to do something positive with it have not really done what it is that we're supposed to do. And so I think having this conversation with this group is an important time to remind everyone that if you're an aspiring lawyer, if you are a lawyer, your obligation is a really, really real one. And it's not to say that every single person needs to do the same sort of work that the people on this panel are doing, but it is to say that to recognize the urgency of the problem means that you don't ignore it. When someone comes to your office, if it's not the kind of work that you do, refer them. Make sure that you have that person leave with the phone number of someone who really can help them. If you're not interested in doing the work directly, but you're making a lot of money, donate to the Sentencing Project or to ALEC. We'll find a way to use your money to move this work forward. So everybody has an obligation to really, really move this agenda forward and not just talk about the size and the urgency of the problem. To recognize the urgency of it means to actually do the work and support the people who are doing the work. So I hope that all of you who are looking at going to law school or are now in law school will think about that as an important part of your obligation as someone who's benefited from the work that people did in the years preceding your opportunity to